and just I'll go ahead and mute you guys for just the first couple minutes. Um, Yay, pretty exciting. We have our little bowling party on Friday. The RSVP wasn't working for some kiddos, but it is working now. Um, I don't know. I just had to click a couple things.
Yay!
Yeah, and for whatever reason now
I
it's
don't know if I'll be able to make it, but I'd love to.
yes, I know it's so fun. And then our end of the year party, and that RSVP is linked on here as well. That's why they're blue because they're linked. Okay.
Whoa, it's like a month early.
I know, but see, we are really, really good at getting things out ahead of time so that, a lot of times adults have to put things on their calendar and um, they have to schedule around it. So it's really important to have those things out early. All right. Yay. Welcome, Micah. I'm glad you were able to make it today. Okay, so let's get back into what we had started before testing happened last week, and that was our book club. Our enduring understanding. Let me see. I think, Lucas, you have a little background noise, so I'm going to go ahead and mute you for just a minute. Our enduring understanding is that we all use different strategies that work best for us individually to understand and connect with the text. So these different jobs that you do every week, they're going to help you practice reading strategies without you even really knowing it. And some of them are going to be more comfortable for you, and some of them are going to be harder. And that's okay. That's actually the way it should be. Oh, we're waiting for Adam because he's definitely in this group, but he'll get here. I know he will. All right.
Yes.
And let's go ahead and just visit our site and just refresh our memory on what it looks like. All right. So we are Island of the Blue Dolphins, and today is April 28th. So we can see that we're going to be starting with Adam as the discussion director. And if he doesn't show up in the next couple minutes, then we'll move on to the next job. But we have Tristan as the quotable quoter, Lucas is the connector, Claire is the illustrator, Emma is also a connector. AJ is a word wizard, and Grace Elizabeth, who hopefully will be here, is a summarizer. Okay. Uh oh. See, Mrs. Bird is.
Yeah, I have two connections.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. Do you guys
Yeah,
see
two
that?
books, two different books that I thought this particular part of the book that I recently read was like.
Yeah, that's great.
I did
Love.
5.
Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh, yeah. And if you have to, stop at 5 or 10 or whatever, I know sometimes connections is probably the easiest one because we all have so many things that connect to our own lives. Usually we start with the discussion director, but we're waiting for Adam. So we'll go ahead and start with, I think we have two quotable quoters today. Do I have any volunteers to go first?
I can.
All right, Tristan, would you like me to make you the presenter?
Yep, this time I put it on my screen, but let me just open up my thing. Okay.
Perfect. Yes, we will look at your
Show my screen.
and
You
it's
see it?
it takes just a minute, but I think yep, now we do.
Okay, so let
It's
me
so
just
nice when you
get to
can
it real
actually,
quickly.
yeah, there we go. When we can actually see it and read it at the same time, it's kind of nice.
My computer's.
Okay, so right now we have something that says lesson 95. Book club, there it
Okay,
is.
sorry, it wasn't working for a moment. Okay, book club.
That's okay.
It had to appear first. Okay, so here they are. I don't know widescreen. Sorry.
That's okay.
It looks kind of funny. Yeah.
That is funny.
So, quotable quotes. When I picked him up, I knew that he was dead. There were other wounds on his body from the teeth of the wild dogs. Page 47. I think this part was sad because Rama was a very nice person.
Oh, I know. What did you guys think about that part? Were you surprised?
Sort of,
Sort of.
but since I had read the book before, I kind of knew
Oh.
what was going to happen, and
Okay, well, yeah. All right. Well, that doesn't count.
I
But
wasn't very surprised either because I read the beginning part about her father, so it's about he died, so it's probably very likely that her brother would die as well, because it said in the back of the book that she would be alone on the island.
oh, very smart. You made a prediction without even realizing what you were doing. If she,
Yeah,
yeah, if she's going to spend her time alone on the island, obviously something had to happen.
yeah.
All right, Tristan, go on.
Gathering these things was not the most of my problems. Page 55. I liked that there was always an exciting conflict going on because it made the story really seem exciting and it would help you connect to it.
Yeah, I know it was really great. Um, she did have quite a few problems, and it never is boring. Like she never really has a day of rest. Let's put it that way.
No,
All
that's why I
right.
liked it because it was nice and exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I'm going to go ahead and make, let's see here. Site. Okay, we had another quotable quoter today. Just kidding, we did not. We have a connector though. Let's just move on to Lucas. Lucas, would you like me to make you the presenter or do you have it up on your screen?
Yeah, I have it up on my screen.
Okay, so we'll make you the presenter.
Actually, I wrote it down, but I have it in my mind.
Oh, well then you don't need to be the presenter. Okay,
Yeah.
so go ahead, Lucas. Go ahead and share your connections with us.
Well, the the part that I read, the chapters that I read, it reminded me about uh, just one second. I don't need to show my screen, but I need to still pull up the page really quick. Here we go. Okay. It reminds me of the book The Robinson Crusoe and the Swiss Family Robinson.
Yes, it definitely does. Can you tell us a little bit about those books, Robinson Crusoe and Swiss Family Robinson?
Well, the Robinson Crusoe is about this guy who gets stranded on this island, and he has to um try to survive on this island.
Yeah,
And basically, the Swiss Family Robinson is the same, except it's a family that has to survive on this island.
very good. So it's either people alone or maybe it's the entire family. Yes, those are very cool books. I like them because my last name used to be Robinson before I got married.
Yeah,
Very cool.
cool.
Any other connections?
That's it.
I think those are great. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the, uh, later on in the book, I don't know if anybody else has read it before or knows, but it's sort of like Hatchet in a little
Oh,
bit.
That's what it reminded me of too.
also like the book Hatchet. It is. Very good. So these are great text to text connections. Okay. All right. Did we have another connector today?
Me, I have mine up on my screen.
Perfect. I'm going to make Emma the presenter so that we can see her screen.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Chapter 6. When my dad goes on a trip, my sister and I watch out the window for him to come home. In the book it says Eddie is always watching out for Kamiki to come back to the island.
Wow, yeah. Did anybody else connect to that part?
Yeah, because usually when, like, just now my dad went to work and, like, I would look out the window and see him go, like, in the car.
Exactly. Right. So everybody's probably had that feeling once in a while in their life. Okay?
Sorry. Chapter 7. In this book, it says that Karana jumped out of the book and meant to save Ramon. In the American Girl book, Samantha saves the day. Samantha's grandpa comes to say, oops.
Samantha. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you forgot your apostrophe. Samantha's grandpa.
Samantha's grandpa comes to save her and her friend. He hurts himself, and they rescue him in a severe storm.
Okay. All right. So basically, if you haven't read the other book, then maybe it wouldn't remind you of it. But there again, it's another really strong text to text connection. That's good. Okay.
Chapter 8. In the book, Karana's is that the canoes are too heavy for you. You will see, she says to Raimo. It is like when I pick up something heavy and my younger sister, Lily, tries to pick up the same thing and almost hurts herself.
Oh, that's good. That's a personal connection. So that basically means anybody who has a younger brother or younger sister can probably connect to those kids trying to do something that maybe they shouldn't because they're trying to be like you or trying to act older. Yeah.
That's what my brother always tells me. My older brother.
Yeah. So maybe you would be more like Ramo in this situation.
Yeah.
So funny.
Chapter 9. On the island, Karana is deciding whether or not to make weapons. My parents chose to make similar decisions about getting my sister a fake bow and arrow and Nerf guns.
Oh, talk a little bit more about that. Like, why did your parents have a tough time deciding?
Well, she's very, very tomboyish, and she also likes to try and punch through the wall, so.
Right. Do you think your parents maybe were concerned about getting, things that can be weapons and making them toys? Um, was that maybe concerning for your parents?
Oh, yeah,
I
probably.
feel I feel that way about my own kids, and they're only 2 years old. Like, little squirt guns and stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I really even want them to have a squirt gun because it's too much of a connection to a weapon. Um, and so, yeah, I think a lot of, especially parents, can feel a connection here to chapter 9. Very good.
Yeah, my sister tries to break through the wall with the bow and arrow that they decided to get her.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
she might not have it for much longer, I guess, huh?
No, she only does it when they're not realizing it. Like when my mom's blow drying her hair.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I say, well, I'm going to tell them. And she says, no, you won't, or else I'll hurt you.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
All right, Emma, why don't you share your last connection with us?
Chapter 10. My great-grandpa died a couple of years ago. I kept thinking about that, and Karana was thinking about the people who were dead and had gone away.
I know, and that's unfortunate. That's a personal connection. Unfortunately, you can connect to having a death in the family. Can anybody else connect to that, having that feeling?
I once had a death in my family.
Yeah.
I think her name was Mama Dean.
Right. And it's really sad. And think in Karana's situation, it wasn't just one person, it was
A
everyone.
bunch.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that could make it even more painful. But good job, Emma. That was really, really nice work. Yay.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. I know Claire is our illustrator. Um, Claire, go ahead and turn on your microphone. And would you like to be the presenter or do you want to hold it up to your webcam?
No, it's on my computer.
Okay, so I'll make you the presenter. Okay, Claire. And we'll be looking at her illustration. So make sure to tell us what it is we're looking at and why you chose to illustrate that part.
Okay.
Zebra.
Hang on, it's
That's a
loading.
cool picture.
Yeah. Snacks.
Oh no, it's sideways.
It's okay. Do you see those arrow buttons on the top?
These?
Right there. Oh, to your right, to your right. Keep going. Keep going. That one.
Oh.
Rotate. There you go.
It's a little bright. Maybe I'll just get the picture.
Sure, either way. We can kind of see it though.
Here's the original picture.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it looks a little darker that way. All right, so what are we looking at?
This is Karana,
Hmm.
and then over here is like the sea, and she's like standing on the cliff
Yeah.
during like the first part of the movie. I mean, of the book, where she's standing on the cliff behind the bushes, watching
Right.
the Russians come, the Aleuts.
Oh, and why did you choose that part?
I thought it was a cool part to have her standing. I thought it was a cool picture to draw of her standing on the cliff.
It is a really cool picture, and it just so happens that it's a really important part as well. Corona knew the importance of the Aleuts showing up and what that might mean. I think some people didn't understand the severity of having these people on their island, but I think Corona had seen what they had done the first time they were there, and I think she had a better sense of how evil they really were.
Yeah.
So that was a really good part to pick. Thank you. Yay! Yeah, all right. And you're getting some compliments in the chat, so make sure you read those. And actually, I can't do a ton of things at once, or I would be typing in the chat that all of you have done a really good job so far. Okay, let's go to our. Let's see. We have a couple word wizards that are with us. So AJ, would you like to share your wizard job? So AJ, you'll have to turn on your microphone. There you go. Are you ready, AJ?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I make you the presenter so we can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't sound so excited. All right. So we're going to be looking at AJ's screen. And so AJ's job was to pick 6 words that he thought were interesting or new or hard or whatever the case is. And he's going to tell us why he chose them. So make it as big as you can so that we can get a pretty good picture of it. Maybe stretch it out. There you go. Okay, I think we can all at least sort of see it. So go ahead and start at the top.
Ponder, page 54.
Okay, so the first word he chose was ponder. And tell us what it means and why you chose it.
Means to search something deeply and thoughtfully meditate.
Okay, so I need to ponder about it. So if you're pondering, it means you're really thinking something through. Very good. Okay, we're ready for your next word.
Vayner, page 50. Exclusively proud of and concerned about one's own appearance, politics, etc.
Okay, so excessively proud. If you are a vain person, well, first of all, who was vain or vainer? Who was vainer than Karana? Wasn't it her
Her
sister?
older sister?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, her older
Her
sister.
sister Ulap.
Yes, Ulape or whatever her name was always concerned about her appearance and, decided that she was going to have to take some kind of silly things with her on the boat. Maybe things that weren't quite so important. All right, AJ.
Alute, page 44.
Okay.
Which means people's native to the Aleutians Island.
The Aleutian Island. So,
Aleutians Island.
yeah, the Aleutian Island is up there, pretty far north, pretty close to Russia. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, next word.
Stern, page 48. Stern means to be firm or and strict.
And so an example would be to get over here right now. Okay. So do you remember who was being stern or strict in the book?
Krana to her brother?
Yeah, she
No.
was.
Yes, but also Nanko.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he was too. Manco, the new chief, was also being strict and stern. And Kurana was also being strict and stern with Ramo trying to keep him safe. Good. Okay, AJ.
Mesa means land formation not as extremely as a plateau.
Okay, so can you tell us where you found that in the book? What was going on? Ooh, lots of background noise. Okay. So basically, the mesa is what she was looking at, or sorry, standing on, looking at the sea. Very good. So we're going to just move it on just a little quicker. And your last word was scurrying, and it means to move or go quickly. Okay, so AJ, just an overall, tell us why you chose the words you chose.
I chose it because some I didn't know and I thought some were important.
Okay, so maybe some were just important, and then there were other words that you just didn't know. So those are great reasons to choose those words, and I think you chose some great ones. All right. Oh, we have Adam on the line finally. Okay. Looks like he needs to turn on his mic and speakers, though. Let's see who else. Micah, were you able to complete your job for this week?
Well, Mrs. Bruns, I'm sorry I couldn't.
All right. Well, that's okay because we do
Because
have,
the reason why I couldn't is because you remember that time when you said that you could like download it instead of like actually buying it.
right?
It wouldn't let me download for some reason.
Oh, bummer. Okay, well, we'll have to work on that because that's a really good way to
Hello?
borrow books for
Yeah, some
free.
kind of stupid error.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, hi.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
Good, sorry I'm late. Had some technical problems.
That's okay. Don't worry. We went on and we did the other people's jobs. But you know what's really great is now we can back up to your job, Adam, and you can share your questions with us.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ready?
We are. Would you like to share your screen? Or
Oh,
no, you had them written on paper, didn't you?
yeah.
Oh,
I sent it to you this morning.
that's right. It was on paper. So let's just go ahead and have you read them, and I'll type them.
Okay. So, this one is the top two. I mean, well, yeah, the top two are from chapter 6.
Okay.
So, here it goes. Why were the Gallisat afraid they would die of thirst?
Okay. So why were the Gallisat people afraid they would die of thirst? Everybody can answer that one. Anyone?
I think I know the answer.
Sure. Go ahead.
They were afraid that slowly they were running out of water because there's a new season. What season is coming again?
Good job.
Yeah, they were running out of water because. Say that last part again.
Because the season was changing,
Okay.
and I can't remember which season it was changing.
I think it was winter.
Yes, and so basically, if they didn't store enough water, because so many people had died, and so a lot of people who would do those type of jobs were now dead, they were afraid that they wouldn't have enough water to make it through. Okay,
Right. I remember
sure, go ahead.
another reason why.
Okay,
Because there were few storms, and it was when there was, it was very little rain or snow.
Yep,
Right.
that's right. All right, Adam, what's your next question?
Okay, there's 3 by the way. So here's the second one.
Okay.
What is yucca?
Ooh, or I think it's yucca actually.
Yucca. Oh, yucca.
I think it's
I think it's a kind of plant.
That's right. Let's have Micah speak up a little bit more and tell us what you think, Micah.
A yucca is a plant, and it has something white in the middle.
Yeah. And the Native Americans, I'll just add this part, the Native Americans used it for many different purposes. So they used this plant in a lot of ways.
But mostly to make clothes, so.
And food.
Yep,
Right.
food, and they would weave it into baskets too. Yep.
So. Okay, so now the final one. It's, why did Corona jump off the ship?
Okay.
To save Rainbow.
Yeah.
Right.
To
Because Rainbow
come back
was
to come back to Rainbow on the island.
Yeah, she was sad to leave her little brother alone on the island. So basically,
especially with the wild dogs.
Yeah, she knew he would be in danger by himself. And apparently, even if she is there. Okay.
Well, that was because he wanted to prove her wrong. And
right.
He didn't know the dangers of the island.
Yeah, he did not. He might have knew what they were, but as a 6-year-old, he just wasn't grasping the.
He was 12.
Was he 12? I thought he was 6.
Yeah.
No. Oh well, either
I think
way.
Kirana was 12.
It said that he was half her age, which was 12.
Are you sure? Because I don't think
he was
Kirana is.
24.
I don't think Kirana is 24. I don't know. Either way, it's not a huge deal. But
I found it. Here it says, my brother Ramo was only a little boy half my age, which was 12.
Oh, I guess maybe he was 12. It just doesn't seem like he was that old. But either way, he was.
Just like the size he is.
Yeah, he seemed really small. Oh well.
So
yeah.
She's 24 and he's 12.
Huh, she's a lot older than I thought, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at first I thought, at the beginning, Kirana was just a little girl.
Yeah, I did too. I thought she was more like 12.
I thought she was
Like, wait,
12
what?
and he was 6. So,
Yeah. You know what's kind of crazy about this, guys, is it was based on a true story. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah.
This actually happened?
It
Yeah.
they
If you
made
read
up
the introduction, it tells you. Well,
yeah,
then again, there are multiple Galisat tribes,
right. And it
so I
didn't
guess that's
happen
behind that.
exactly. It might not have happened exactly how the book played out, but it was very
No.
similar. So you should read the introduction. It's pretty cool. They actually did find this Indian lady who had been on, and she couldn't speak their language, so they don't really know for sure that she had
Yeah.
been alone on
Yeah,
the
I read that.
yeah for a long time.
It says that she was there for 18 years or more. But you know what? In the introduction, it says she was more like 38.
Oh, well, then that would make sense. So she was 24, and then by the time they found her after 18 years, she was like almost 40.
You know what, Miss Bruns?
Huh.
Didn't Karana die around 1954?
I think so. The person that this book is written about, I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
hey, I found something.
Okay.
It says here that during the in the introduction, during the evacuation of the Gahalazat,
Palisade.
Galisat?
the 12-year-old girl jumped ship to stay with her young brother,
That's right. I
who
know.
had
It's
been left on the island.
such an
So
interesting.
she must have been 12.
Oh, she must have been. Well, either way, when people write this is a realistic fiction, basically. So, I mean, the author might have taken, little liberties to make it a more interesting story, that kind of thing.
It gives two more names for her here. Juana Maria and Lone Woman of San Nicolas.
Huh, the lone woman. Well, yeah.
It's like the Lone Ranger, except without Tonto.
She was definitely alone. And they wrote, she was found with a dog. So obviously, she had the dogs as her pets. Um,
Yeah, I guess. Well,
cool story.
actually,
Yeah.
I know how they found her with the dog, but I'm not telling.
Yeah, don't tell us yet.
That'd ruin the whole book for everybody. Because, like, on the little title here, the cover, she's with is it a wolf or a wild dog?
It's a wild dog. The Aleut dogs that, came to the island, they look like wolves, so they're kind of like Siberian Huskies, So they kind of look like wolves. Yeah. All
They
right.
just call them the wild dogs.
Yes. Well, we have come to the end of our session, and I like to stop them in between the sessions so that they're different book club VC recordings. So I want to show you what to have done for Thursday. You guys need to read all the way through, chapters 10 through 15, and then your next book club job. You can go ahead and have that ready to share again on Thursday. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, friends. It was so much fun to see you. I've missed you, and I will see you again on Thursday.
All right. Bye, Miss Bruns.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Monday. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.